Hey, what's up everybody? This is your favorite homeboy, and today we're going to give you an inside scoop of our property management company, Mars Hill Realty. So if you're a property management company and you want to follow along, or if you're an investor looking for a property management company in Virginia, Maryland, DC, or Texas, I hope you like this video. You know, what we find is that a lot of people like to put fancy houses on YouTube or before and after renovations, but there's not a lot of YouTube channels that are featuring a behind the scenes look of what a property management company does, our successes, our failures, and just the day-to-day. So I hope you find this video interesting, but before we get started, let me introduce you our staff. If you guys have time, I want to brainstorm about a few things. So we talked about in our last company call referrals, right? How we're going to try to get everybody on board with the oh by the way strategy, right? Oh by the way, do you know a great agent who you can refer to us, or who needs a property management company, you know, so that they can refer their long-term rental business, right? Oh by the way, do you know a great landscaper? Oh by the way, do you know who was it for here that we're looking for? Or there was plumber, here was landscaper, right? Every month we're going to have a vendor that we're trying to target to add to our network. Okay, anyways. Shut up! Do not disturb.
There you go.
I was thinking, what if we had like a kind of like a friendly, what? I thought I did do not disturb. Anyways, I was thinking we could do like a friendly competition. Let's think about that. So let's talk about some ideas about a prize and a competition. And I was thinking, what the heck? My phone's possessed.
The life of a CEO.
It says do not disturb. Look.
It does.
Okay. Volume. I'm just going to turn this off. All right, anyways.
I just like that it keeps doing it.
So the competition would be like, if you refer, like let's say Jen's on the phone with someone paying a bill, says, hey, oh, by the way, plumber, do you know a great landscaper? And they're like, yeah, I do. Okay, so all Jen has to do is, you know, she gets the email introduction, hey, I was referred to whatever, I want to introduce you to Teal, and then boom, Teal takes it over and does her thing. And she gets 1 point, for example, or like one chance of a drawing.
Whoever did the referral.
Whoever did the referral, yeah, because
Okay.
Jen like reached out and got the referral.
Right.
And then if that person actually becomes a alliance member, where they sign the thing and get signed up and like commits and all that, she gets another drawing. So she has like 2 chances. 1 just for doing it, 2 for the results.
All I'm thinking is somebody's going to have to track all this.
Yeah, like it could be a simple like email, include Edward on everything or something.
Well, and then
right?
sign
or
yourself-
intern.
Hey. Well,
Maddie.
that or like create a spreadsheet that then they log their referral.
Or something.
Yeah, because otherwise somebody's got to go through the mail to like determine.
I like Matt filtering everything through Maddie.
There
All
you
right.
go.
She'll track. And at the end of like the month or at the end of a quarter, we'll do a drawing for like something awesome. Peanut butter jelly sandwich made by Edward.
Yeah, your definition of awesome and my definition of awesome might be a little different.
Snack day at Edward's house.
This would have to be launched by you to the entire organization, and we would run this by Teal also, because she's going to have to respond to all these and actually do what we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. Is like I want
And
everybody.
actually, that might put enough focus on it where they will.
That's kind of my secret point. Is I want all of the company on
All
the
eyes
same
on it,
page
yeah.
and saying, hey, I submitted this vendor. What's going on with this
Give me
vendor?
a massage and
You know, like I want everybody to be thinking about how can we get more agents, how can we get more vendors. So I mean, do you guys like the idea of, can we all agree on like 1 point for the email introduction, you're just getting it, and then 1 point if they actually turn into someone who is a named person in our database, because they get entered into our database as a preferred leasing, or not preferred leasing, as a referral partner if it's an agent, or a vendor if they sign everything, or do they get entered in regardless of whether they sign something? What if we did Virginia versus TX?
I think we should keep it sort of individual.
Okay, individual.
Yeah.
And quite frankly,
All right, individual.
quite frankly, if Teal or Marquis ended up generating 50, then good.
Of course it's good.
You know what I
just want it
mean?
to be fair.
Nobody's gonna care. I don't think.
Do we want to give more points to agents versus vendors because an agent has more power to give us business as a referral?
Oh.
But then would it be skewing it to a PM? Like
So
PM as
so
a-
we're not. It's
you know
not
what I
just
mean?
vendors that you're suggesting. You're
yeah.
suggesting agent too.
Yeah, exactly. Like anyone, if you're talking to.
I think that should be two separate prizes.
So there'll be a winner for agents, and
Right.
there'll be a winner for who can refer the
Vendors.
most vendors.
Right.
Okay, so theoretically, it is an individual effort. We all have an opportunity to refer agents and vendors
Are
to
you
the
writing
company.
this up?
Yeah, kind of.
Somebody
I mean,
okay. So you're talking about just picking up the phone, right? So internally, it shouldn't be a big deal to say, hey, next Tuesday at 2:00, there's going to be a company meeting and it's only going to be 20, 30 minutes. And there's a few topics I need to hit that we just need to be aware of from a company-wide perspective.
okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Or you can, like I'm using that format where I put important notice in the subject line so that they can pull it up real quick. After you say what you want to say, we send it out in something like that, and it's in writing as well.
Okay. We're gonna do a company meeting next week. Candy, is it Walker?
Yes.
I know she's getting busier.
Hi, this is Candy.
Hey, Candy, it's Edward.
Hey.
You're on YouTube.
She's like, what?
Oh. Hey, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hey, we're just kind of brainstorming here, and you know how last business development call we talked about coming up with a day during the week where we can just kind of all be on the phone and make calls and polish up our delivery to leasing agents and owner leads and all that stuff to improve our conversion ratios. For Peter, Wednesday works best. Does that day work for you?
Yes.
It does?
Yeah, Wednesday is a good day.
Okay, awesome. So let's start.
Yesterday, I spent a long time.
Okay, we got it. Every week, starting next week on Wednesday, June 16th, and we'll be on my conference line.
On your conference line. Perfect.
All right, cool.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
See, easy. Who wants to call someone?
So I had to put a shirt on. All right, so we're gonna start with Lloyd, and so we have, we're gonna start with the positives, and I feel like this has been kind of a recurring thing, but just his team player and willing to work late, and obviously we don't want that to happen a lot, but especially the first week in June with all the make-readies and stuff, it's been just so crucial because we had, I think, 6 really quick turnarounds. And so he was able to stay late one time and just make sure that something got wrapped up, and I didn't ask him to do that. I mean, it was just, he was like, this is what needs to happen, I'm going to get it done.
Right. He's always good at that. I mean,
Yeah.
he's generally very good at that.
Yes, and so, I mean, really, so far, it's been this entire year. And
Good.
That's the longest that I can say that. And
That-
so it's been such a positive change.
Excellent.
Just make sure that I'm getting thrown in the mix quickly, and
Or that the PM is, right?
yeah, so that we can just really get a good grasp on it.
Well, the constant search for the handyman in the Virginia, Maryland, DC area. You know? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just can't believe that we don't have one yet.
Well, I guess you'd think in this area there'd be, maybe we're looking in the wrong places. So I'll have to give a search.
And they're calling this hotline, and they say it's a maintenance emergency. At that point, the question should be, what is your property address, right?
The door and I was sleeping and you didn't close it. I was still in there. Open the door while I was sleeping.
So if they choose this call is about a complaint regarding a vacation rental, then the next question you can ask is the drop down. Is it 705 Old Stage, 23 Pine Knoll, or 25 Quell Run? So I think the first thing we can say is, is this a maintenance emergency, or is this a noise complaint for a vacation rental? If they choose the latter, you ask them which property is it, and you ask them 23 Pine Knoll, 25 Quell Run, or 705 Old Stage.
Right.
Okay. That way, if it's a complaint, they can go to complaint route. If it's a maintenance emergency, they can go to maintenance emergency route.
Yep. Not a problem. Yeah, I hear you.
So I was actually going to use Maddie, or I'm asking Lori if she can use Maddie for support, like answering the phones, so that so that Lori's not being deluged with telephone calls about applications and things. I was also interested if are you guys handling this workload, or do you need me to do some sort of resource leveling to get you someone's time, like Katie's, or no? You're good. Okay, as long as you can manage it, then fine. All the more reason, like you said, all the more reason to escalate in a timely fashion to get it off your plate, because you know what I mean. If the PMs can help get someone's attention, or that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, all right.
We're just educating them, advising them, and once you've done that, and it's like, look, I want to have latitude to negotiate as a property manager to win the deal, then you could give up to if we talked about like a veterans, if they're a veteran, or a police or teacher, feel free to give like 1 month management fee, 2 month management fee, if it comes down to it. If they're like, I want to sign on with you, but I just need a little something, then give 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 month management fee. If they want something else, like a permanent change in rate, maybe you could just call me and we can discuss it if it's a special circumstance. They have multiple properties, where's their property located? Is it below our average price or above? I think all those will make a difference in our decision.
Yeah, there was one a few weeks ago. They had multiple properties, and I told them that my broker could discuss a possible deal with them, but she was not interested.
Yeah. What I found is that if you can take that call initially and be very responsive, and then you answer their questions, and the very next thing you want to do without trying to too much time to elapse is you really want to try to get a face-to-face. And even if they don't have their property identified, like that 1031 guy, because that face-to-face is cementing the start of a relationship, familiarity. Like, people want to do business with who they're comfortable with, and if they're not comfortable with you, then they just want the lowest price because they're all the same. But if they trust you and you're building that trust and that comfort level, and that's the hard work, is getting in front of them, meeting them at their house. That's the hard work. But once you do that, you're like doubling your chance of closing the deal. Otherwise, you're just another stranger, another voice, and you just cost more than the next guy. And so my goal is always to try to, hey, I just answered all your questions, sent you all these links. Let's set up a time for a follow-up. And and if we can, let's try to meet up. How does your schedule look like? That's the hard work right there, is getting out of the house and meeting with them, but I guarantee you that's what's really going to help you close the deal. Okay. All right. Good call, guys. We'll talk Wednesday when we do some conference calling together, and then we'll have our company call after that. Sounds good?
Cool.
Yep.
All right. Have a good week. Weekend.
Nice.
Bye-bye.
All right, Maddie, what we got for the weekly summary on our buyer?
Okay, so there are 2 houses that came up this week. So this first one here, can I name them?
Yeah, you can name it.
Okay. So this first one, the Lake Windermere house.
Okay.
This has one of the criteria for our buyer is to be within 2 miles of 2 major roads.
Mm-hmm.
And this house doesn't meet that criteria.
A little too far out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It also has not enough land.
Looks too country looking.
Yeah.
Not enough brick too.
Yeah,
You
and
wanted
there's a
more
lot
brick.
of siding on the
Yeah,
house as
okay.
well. And we know the buyer doesn't like that.
Trash
so
it.
yeah, so that one's out. The other house is this one right here, Millwood.
Millwood.
And this one has a lot more land. So I thought that would be.
It's kind of flat too.
So as I was looking at it, not only is the land not flat, it you're gonna have to edit this, Joey.
That's okay.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Backyard looks decent,
I
right?
confused
Is that the front yard?
I think I mixed them up. I gave
Oh.
you the wrong summary.
It's okay.
Bloopers. So, this is the one that has no land.
It's okay. I've got perfect cuts already. I'm
Okay.
already cutting it in my head right now.
Okay. So I'll just give you the summary on
Just
the other
redo
one.
it. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. So the other one has more land, but it has a septic field, and most of the land is in front of the house
Oh, okay.
rather than behind it.
Okay.
And it's like
It's
really
not as
hilly.
practical for like
Yeah.
a tennis court, which is what he
Yeah.
wants. Okay.
Yeah. And so neither of those work. And the first house also doesn't have any walk-in closets.
Okay. Okay. So definitely rejection on
Yeah,
on
so
both
both
fronts.
of them are sort of a no-go.
Okay.
The second one is closer to the major roads that he wants to be near, but because it doesn't have any space for, or like the ability for tennis court, then it's automatically out.
Okay.
So
All right. No problem.
that's the weekly update.
What about social media?
So social media, we're doing house posts today.
Okay.
So I'm just looking through the
Trying to find a
the marketing photos.
good picture to highlight. All
Yeah,
right.
so I was thinking I would focus on activities in the houses for this week. Relaxation, I was thinking maybe the hot tubs, and focusing on the playroom in the one house. that
Okay.
you just
A new
redid.
playroom for quail.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
And we're gonna do that on Facebook and Instagram, just kind of the same
Mhm.
theme. Cool.
yeah.
All right. Good. And then I'll. Do you have photos of the new playroom?
I do have photos
Okay.
of the new playroom.
And then the Great Pyrenees playroom, actually, there's some updated photos, so I
Oh,
wouldn't
are
use
there?
those. Yeah, like we actually have a blue felt on
Mhm.
the pool table, and the games have kind of changed. So I would look at. I'll get those to you here in a
Okay.
little bit. So
All right, sounds good.
I think that should-
right now. Where are the pictures of the playroom? Am I in the wrong house? No, I'm not.
oh yeah, no, that's good right there.
Yeah.
But I would say for Great Pyrenees, marketing. Yeah, but I just don't know if those are the most recent. See, that's old.
Yeah.
I have newer ones. I gotta figure out where they are. I gotta figure out where they're and I'll send them to you. I'll stick them under here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Videos, appliances. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Thanks.
This is, I think it changed the color when I put that, because I cleaned all the mold
Uh-huh.
with acid muriatic, and then I dry up the wall. That's why it changed the color from this one to this one.
Oh, you think this is not moisture? You think it's just
For me,
discoloration?
for me, it's that
Just
this
color.
change the color. Yeah.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
I don't see the humid
You don't feel that it's wet?
it's not a wet.
I hope so, man. That would be good.
Yeah, no, because I was thinking because when I finished with this, after I came and put some paper with the silicone all around from here, all around here, going down, the water don't come.
Because
inside.
today's rainy. You would think that with all this rain, it should be a lot worse, right?
Yeah, I was thinking it's gonna be water in any place, but I don't see any water in any
Well, that's good
place
news.
around.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna bring like a fan, and I'm gonna blow it, and maybe like a dehumidifier. If it changes,
Yeah, you
Then
can
we know.
you can put anything over here, and the color is gonna be the same.
yeah. Okay. And then that's good news.
Yeah, no, I was wondering because I say I'm digging again because we dig. But I didn't know that here it was the trim. They was telling me.
Oh, that sharp edge. Yeah.
Right here. Right? See?
It was right there, yeah.
Yeah, it was here, but I already nailed it and glued it.
Like, why is this? So that's maybe that's something.
Yeah, the thing is that
When you step on that,
this kind of pressure is kind of weak.
it's not all the way against it. If it was like this, all the way against, it doesn't go down, but it's hanging over the edge, and so that's why it's like that. Shim it, yeah, and shim it in here just to make it have some meat. Then you can nail into it.
Yeah, to stay solid. Like
Yeah. Because right now, every time you put pressure here when they walk up. Bringing this bad boy, I love this thing. Air mover. This thing's a beast. So anyways, Marco renovated all this stuff, but a couple of things, loose ends, minor things he says. They are minor, but this would not be minor because he was supposed to waterproof the basement walls. So I'm hoping that he's right, that this really is discolor. We're about to find out. Once we put this bad boy on it, it's either gonna dry or it's gonna stay the same. We'll know for sure. It doesn't feel terribly humid. I was gonna buy a dehumidifier in here to help get the moisture out, but it really doesn't feel that humid, which is a good sign. You don't want a humid basement. So I'm gonna plug this in and we'll give it a go. Well, I'm gonna get an extension cord because I want it right up on the wall. So the other thing we're gonna check is this washer and dryer. They say that the dryer's not drying well, the washer's not washing well. So if that's the case, that could be the reason. I mean, once you empty all this stuff out, I'm gonna put like a. All right, next after we get this fan going, we're gonna go ahead and put up some hardware in the cabinets. I got all this hardware from like a garage sale, and it's awesome. This stuff is good stuff. It's just, I don't know if I have enough of it. Oh, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And I got these little guys too. The thing with these little guys is I don't think I have enough of them. For the handles. I think that'll look good. Not so bad, eh?
Were those originally supposed to go on, or?
I just had a bunch of them in my garage.
Oh, so
my garage sale.
this is just an impromptu, generous.
Oh yeah.
Gonna enhance your home without you even asking it.
Right. I figure it's my home. Got all this hardware.
There you go.
It is my home. You forgot about that, didn't you? Like, Edward, why are you doing this for an owner's?
That's it. You bought this to flip.
I bought this to keep, but to renovate and keep. I didn't really want to flip it. This is awesome, this little template here.
Mm-hmm.
So it just, basically 5 inches. So if I do like my first dot right here, and I think this is about center. Oh, maybe measure twice. Y'all say measure twice. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. This could take a Marcel Handyman, at your service. It's chunky, huh? That's pretty good. Sour. You think it's too long?